Hello everyone, my name's Richard Watson and this is Anglais the Easy Way, and I thought we would try and take on one of the giant subjects of English. I thought we could talk about how to make negatives in English. Oh no, how to make negatives? Yep, exactly, let's do that. Now, this may seem rather optimistic, but I'm going to try to tell you how to make the negatives of every single tense in English in a 5-minute podcast. So, to give you an idea, I'm not just going to talk about the present simple, I'm not going to talk about the past, I'm going to talk about every single tense in English. I know, I can hear you crying and shouting and saying it's not possible. Well, I think you can, because it's relatively easy. I keep telling people English is an easy language. Remember what I've told you all along. There are some hard things in English, such as learning words, learning vocabulary, pronouncing them correctly, and recognizing them when you hear them. That's difficult. But basic grammar is much, much simpler than in many other languages. So how is it possible that we're going to talk about every tense and put them into negatives? Well, you already know one, because everybody knows one. That's the sentence, I don't know. Everybody knows that example, I don't know. That is a perfect example for one of our systems. It's called System 1. That was quite a good name, System 1 and System 2. There are only two systems. So, I don't know is an example of System 1. So, specifically, there are only two systems. Don't get too worried about it. System 1 uses the auxiliary of the verb to do to make negatives. And System 1 only applies to the present simple and the past simple. You should know what they are, but I'll give you an example. Present simple is I live, and the past simple is I lived, second column. I'll give you one more. I go, I went. Okay, present simple, past simple. So, I know is the present, and I don't know is the negative of the present. I go, I don't go. I think so, I don't think so. I like sushi, I don't like sushi. Now, don't forget that the word don't actually means do not. You could say, I do not like sushi. Right? Or I don't like sushi. And by the way, I shouldn't say that so much because I really do love sushi. So we have three forms of do for System 1. We have do, does, and did. As you can imagine, two of them are for the present, do and does, and one is for the past, did. So, I want a coffee. We're in the present, so I do not want a coffee. Now, be careful. She works from home. The negative is she doesn't work from home. We have the S on work, which becomes the S on does. So she doesn't work from home. She does not. We call that the third person of the present simple to illustrate she does not want to watch a film. Okay. And the past simple, we use the past form of to do, which is did. For instance, I went to London last month. Okay. In the past, I went. Or last month, I didn't go to London. So I didn't want to tell you. System 1 works in the present simple and the past simple for all verbs in English except the verb to be and modal verbs. Modal verbs, maybe you can remember them. We have can, could, should, must, may, and might. Only 6. I'll repeat it because that's so important. We use System 1 for all verbs in English in the present simple and past simple except the verb to be and the modal verbs. So, what about System 2? Well, System 2 is for all the rest. Everything. Every tense that isn't the present simple or the past simple. I'll say this as easily as possible. To make the negative in System 2, you put the word not after the first part of the verb. Now, if a purist is listening to this, they'll say, yeah, what about the subjunctive? Okay. In English, we don't like the subjunctive. Nobody knows how to use it. I'm extracting it from this explanation. Just trust me on that one. Anyway, so let's have a look. For the verb to be, as you know, you just put the word not after the verb. After the verb, because there's only one part to it. I am French, I'm not French. They were happy, they weren't happy. For modal verbs, it's the same. I can see you, I can't see you. I should go, I shouldn't be here. Okay, we put the word not, N-O-T, after the first part of the verb. Try this on your own and see what happens. Make a positive sentence into a negative just by putting the word not. Let's have a look. I am working, the negative. I'm not working. I will have finished soon. I will not have finished soon. He has been fired. He hasn't been fired. You should do it, or you shouldn't do it. Go and play with this. Every sentence that's in a positive either goes with do, does, did, or you just put not on it. Only two systems. It's conceptually very easy. As always, what's difficult is taking this knowledge and making it to some kind of reflex for yourself. The only danger for a lot of French people is when we use the word have. I often hear people say things like, I don't have gone. Okay, remember, have gone, it's system 2. I haven't gone. I haven't been. I haven't seen. And I don't have is system 1, present simple. If this is not clear, go back and listen again. Listen as many times as you want. It's not that difficult. You can master this in 1 week. If ever you want to go back and listen to this again, try to pay attention to the way that I talk about examples. There are a few expressions there, things like, for example, for instance, to illustrate this, such as an example, to give you an idea, etc., etc. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there before I confuse you any further, and I'll say I'll catch you next time, and don't forget to subscribe.